Rob, very young side you had out today, and it was always going to be quite a tough afternoon for you.
Yeah, it was a bit of a battle, wasn't it? Which is fine, and we thought it would be. Ultimately, I don't mind saying we're a little disappointed, probably frustrated we didn't get a bit more out of the game. I think there was a bit more out there for us, and I think we conceded some soft points, definitely, and we made some errors that were, I was going to say uncharacteristic, but things that we need to learn from, and obviously younger players and experienced players need to probably gain an appreciation of why you do some things and why you practice some things, but you actually ultimately have to go out there and make the mistakes to really learn. And I think that's what would be good today, is we'll actually be able to review in quite some detail with a number of players who haven't had a lot of Premiership game time, and so the message can really come home now that what is good and what works and what potentially puts you under a little bit of pressure. And I think we had a lot of those examples today. We had times when we got things right and we looked pretty decent, but also we had times when we couldn't consistently put 5 or 6 or 7 blocks of things together you need to make happen to actually move forward up a field and create pressure. So, you know, it's certainly not all doom and gloom. I mean, the weekend has ended up being a fantastic weekend for us. You know, if you look at the last this block of games now, we've secured #1 spot in the Premiership. You know, secured a home semi-final. You know, everything that we can potentially get out of the Premiership to date, we've got. Now we have to be able to alter our focus very quick. And I've just said to the guys, actually, the key thing for them now actually is to quickly focus into being very good on Tuesday, because we have to have a really good training week going into the Northampton game in the European quarter-final. So we actually can't dwell on this too long. We've got to get it, you know, well looked at, well coded, and use it as an opportunity to move those young players forward. But also we have got to be able to get on very quickly.
Tremendous experience for some of the youngsters that you normally get run out in an A-League game, but in a Premiership game against the reigning champions.
Oh, definitely, but there's also a reality that was a much changed Saracens side as well. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that we get ourselves right, attitudinally right, but also that we actually keep the balance of what we wanted to see here today and what we can expect from guys moving forward. And I think what we've got to make sure we do is we just challenge them really well on the things we know they can get better at and things where the experience will help them, and keep them developing as players.
As you said, we look ahead to the Heineken Cup next weekend. Northampton are poor run of form at the moment. You've also beaten them recently, but I guess the aim is to put that out of your heads and just concentrate on what you're doing.
I mean, definitely. I mean, what's the biggest mistake you can make? The biggest mistake you can make is look around and see a team that's maybe struggling for a little bit of form, and you think the job's done, because it never is. You know, Northampton can come and throw absolutely everything, you know, at us, and everything they gain will be an advantage for them, and everything they get will give them energy. And we've got to make sure we can kind of meet that intensity and come over the top of it, but also maintain our cool and our composure, so that we keep doing the things that we do, which is ultimately what will decide the game.
Just going back to today, good to see Facundo Cordero getting a try on his debut.
Yeah, I thought he did very well. I mean, what was great was that his basics stood up really, really well. And one of the big important things for a winger to do in an ex-Chiefs shirt is you chase kicks flat out and you make tackles, and he did that exceptionally well. He competed for the ball in the air. I thought it was one of those things, we didn't seem to be able to get the bounce of the ball at all today, did we? And he created quite a lot of momentum for us around his energy, which I thought was fantastic. He had 1 or 2 moments on the ball, unfortunately not as many as we'd like. But as you said, you know, he scored a try in your debut, you know, and probably play as well as he did. I don't think we could have asked much more than him.
And the end of the game was impressive as well, to keep going and get a try at the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's what ultimately is the frustration, isn't it? Because, you know, we talk a lot about trying to get points out of every game, and ultimately we've come up 1 try short of a bonus point there. And as I say, we've let some soft points slip away that probably remove the chance of a potentially losing bonus point or some more pressure in the end part of the game.